Win Souls TV. You already know who I am. This is Jeff Thomas, and I'm your host. Now, today we are going to be talking about the ever so subtle process of bondage. Now, bondage starts off so small, something that you never thought that you could be addicted to, or that you never were even interested in. You tried it one time, and then you were just like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of, this is helping me do this. And then you do it again, and then it's just like, man, this is still, helping me do that, And then you do it again, and then you do it again, then you do it again, then you do it again, and then it's just like, man, just one time a day doing this, or the dose that I'm taking right now, it just doesn't seem like it's enough. Let me take, this dose and then another dose later. And then before you know it, it's no longer as potent, as strong as it was before. So now your appetite for it is stronger. It has to be stronger because it has to keep up with your appetite for it is now stronger. So you have to dose more in order to keep up with that appetite. Okay, I'll give you an example. I have a friend of mine, and I work out with him from time to time. And he told me, he said, Jeff, I used to be addicted to meth. I used to sell drugs, and I was also taking drugs. And I was like, man, how did that start for you? And he said, you know what, man, I'm a hard worker. And I said, yeah, man, I can tell that, He said, yeah, I'm a hard worker, and I was working all of these jobs, and I was also selling drugs and stuff, and I was running a store, and one day this guy in the pharmacy area, he said, man, try this. And it was like some type of pharmaceutical drug that's not being sold anymore or whatever. And so he crushed it up and he snorted it. From the point that he snorted it all the way until the next day, he said that he was just getting stuff done. He was attacking stuff, and then he was doing that just over and over and over again. And it just seemed so innocent at first, and then after a while, it started to dial down, and he needed more of it. Then after a while, he wasn't working anymore, but he was still taking it, And then after a while, he felt like he needed it in order to get anything done, even in order to wake up or stay awake, or to. And then after a while, it was just like, man, the day doesn't even seem exciting anymore unless I'm dosing on this drug at any point of the day. That's my whole excitement, and my kids are seeing this and this, that, and the other. I'm neglecting my kids. I'm neglecting my wife. It's all about this drug now. And he said he's been free for 10 years, and that's the power of God. And even for me, with sex and whatever, when I first got into that, it was just like, oh, okay, I've done this once. But when I was introduced to it, it was just kind of like I wanted to fill a void that I was always weak in. I was always weak talking to women. I was always weak. I was always dealt the short end of the stick. And so Satan creeped into my life when I opened that door to try to conquer the area that I was weak in. I had also experienced a lot of trauma. All of these manipulative games were being played with me, and I was always dealt, or I felt like I was always dealt the short end of the stick. So when I had the opportunity to gain some type of power back, guess what? I took it. And it's so crazy that I became the very individual that I was being treated like. And what's really funny is that we can get caught up into bondage for lack of forgiveness. And the very person that we didn't forgive for hurting us, we become as angry, as hateful, and as bitter as that individual was that hurt us. It's crazy how we just become that individual, the very individual that hurt us and that we didn't forgive, or the very individual that we were trying to conquer, but yet and still we end up hurting all of these other people. So bondage sneaks in by way of us opening a door that just seems so pleasant in the beginning, and then after a while you wonder how you were able to even live without it. And then after a while it consumes your life. And then after a while you can't even see happiness without performing that specific action, without drinking, without smoking, without getting high, without taking this drug. And you begin to neglect things in your life that are actually important. Paying your bills, spending time with your family, spending time with your wife, your kids. All of those things just seem so distant, and discipline seems so far away. But I will tell you right now, I know somebody who can set you free. And his name is Jesus. All you have to do is call on him and be serious. Cry out to him. And you know, people say cry out. I'm talking about cry out. I'm talking about cry out. Don't worry about the snot coming out your nose. Don't worry about tears coming down your eyes. If it's serious enough, cry out to God like your life depends on it, and he will set you free, just like he did me. You guys be blessed. I love you, and I hope that this helps you. Stand guard at the door of your hearts. Bye.